All right, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video, more devoted towards detailing. So when I'm not doing YouTube, I do mobile detailing. So I travel to people's houses and clean cars, and I do handyman work. I've been doing detailing for over 10 years, pretty much since I got my license. And I've always rocked the Ryobi pressure washers. I've had 4 of them over the last 10 years. Last go round, when my last Ryobi crapped out, I decided to try the Chemical Guys pressure washer. Fun to try, but I actually stopped using it after maybe about 10 times just because I didn't have the reliability. Going to the customer's house and not being able to pressure wash their car is kind of important. So after about a year and a half, got rid of that unit and then just pretty much rocked my Krenzla. For those of you who don't know, the Krenzla is a heavy unit. It's freaking 50 pounds. But this is the ultimate pressure washer. It's a 1622 total shutoff. I've had this thing for 3 years. Absolutely love it. The power is great. It's a lot better than these cheaper units, but at the cost. So even just not factoring in the original cost, which is about $1,000, the maintenance cost on this is just about as much as just buying one of these every 2 years. So if you're not just balling, you got to ball on a budget. Krenzla is out of the question. Now, if you're balling on a budget, I'd say this Ryobi is probably going to be your best bet. This is solely based off of my experience with the 1800 PSI 1.2 gallons per minute. So I'm really excited to try this one out because with detailing, you're more worried about the gallons per minute than you are the PSI. Ideally, you want anywhere from 900 to 1200 PSI for detailing. And this unit, with reports from other YouTubers that I've seen, this unit does about 900 PSI with the 40-degree tip and 1.6 gallons per minute true. And that's the thing too with these cheaper pressure washers is their rating on the box isn't near what they usually show, but 1.6 is pretty good, especially for $150. This unit too comes with a stub nose gun, which is pretty cool. This is like a must-have for anybody detailing. It's nice to get in the fender wells with the stub nose, and then to have the lance too is really nice for getting high up and blowing off roofs. Build quality seems pretty decent. Comes with a 40-foot hose, but since this is a secondary unit for me and I want to use my Krenzla with the same hose and same wand and everything, I've actually reused this probably on 3 different pressure washers, but it's M22 14 millimeter female quick connect, and you would use that on the front where the pressure comes out. But I'll have a link in the description to all the quick connects and explain which ones are which. You can even use the pressure side quick connects and connect it to your original hose just for quicker setup. So you can quickly just attach the hose instead of having to twist it on every time. But yeah, like I said, let's get this thing hooked up and try it out. Now with any pressure washer, it's always important to purge the line. So get all the air out of the system before you go ahead and turn the pressure washer on. That way you're not damaging or prematurely wearing out the pressure washer itself. And that's another thing too with what I really like about the Ryobi is how small it is. You know, that form factor is really nice when a lot of times I like to detail out of my Civic to save money. Another thing too I'll say is this is probably a lot louder unit than my Krenzla. That's like one of the bigger benefits is how quiet the Krenzla is. All right, I'm first just gonna rinse down the car just to see how it feels. You can really tell how powerful a pressure washer is just by the kickback. Definitely seems like there's a lot more flow coming out of this pressure washer over the cheaper Ryobi that I've had. Yeah, it seems pretty good so far. Yeah, I can definitely tell that there's an improvement in flow over the original Ryobi. The real test is always the foam cannon because that's where you can really tell how good the pressure washer is. So we'll try that out next. All right, so guys that are really into detailing, it's all about how much foam you can get from your foam cannon. And my favorite foam cannon is the MJJC. I have tried the MTM, Adams, Chemical Guys. I've pretty much tried them all, and this one's actually my favorite. So That's what we'll be rocking today. We'll be rocking a Meguiar's Hyperwash. So it's not a super sudsy foam unless you have a really powerful pressure washer. So I think this will be a really good test to see how the Ryobi holds up. Oh man, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's really like dry, is how I describe it. It's like a drier foam, which means that it's actually kind of specced out properly. Because if it's like really wet and runny, that means that the pressure washer is not powerful enough for your specific pressure washer gun. And this is what I use for my Krenzla, and pretty good results so far. So pretty impressed with it. Actually better than I really expected, to be honest. Let's go ahead and suds up the rest of the car and do a quick wash. Yeah, I have to say that I'm pretty sold on it. The pressure's pretty freaking good. It foams up the car nice. And a little tip when agitating the surface of the paint, always go in straight lines. That way, if you mar the paint, it's easier to correct. If you start getting into paint correction, new Ryobi pressure washer is probably my top pick for best budget detailing pressure washer on the market from what I've seen. And yes, there's other ones for the money. I just don't see it being worthwhile to spend the extra money over a Ryobi and not have the assurance that it's going to last you like the Krenzla. All right, well, that's my first time trying out the new Ryobi pressure washer. Like I said, the compact size is super nice, throwing it in the back of a car. But even if you're just keeping it around the house, you know, it doesn't take up much room on a shelf. But I freaking love this thing. I don't know why I'm so into pressure washers, but this one's definitely a no-brainer. For the money, you can't beat it. $150. You know, even I'm still not saying that the $100 one's a bad deal. I think it's still a great pressure washer, but somebody who's more interested in detailing or using it for washing stuff off, I think this one's definitely your best bet. Now, if you're doing concrete or something, you know, even I'd say probably the cheaper one's going to be better. But if you're doing concrete, you really need a gas pressure washer. Those are way more powerful, unless you're doing like a small patio or something. You know, for the money, I just don't see spending the, you know, $300, $400 range on a pressure washer that's electric, because there's no foolproof ones out there that last, you know, 8 years or 6 years, unless you're going for the Krenzla and wanting something, a bougie setup. This thing is just freaking perfect. I think it's best bang for your buck. It's a no-brainer. Drop a comment below what pressure washers you guys have had in the past. Like I said, I've looked at other ones, but always seem to come back to the Ryobi. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.